Hello, and welcome to the Jetveo local platform tutorial. Let's build a simple app. We will start with an empty template. The platform will automatically create a package for us, so we can go to the application editor. Here on the left side, you can see various layers and features. We will start with the data layer. We have two options. We can start with static things, which is called codebooks. It's usually good for workflows, for status, and for tracking your things. We will create 3 states, and that's it. We will go to entities, which is basically your dynamic data. You can save it and store it. Let's create entity for our customers. So I will choose names. The platform will automatically generate plurals for you, and you have a code identifier, which you can collect from the code, plus some nice icon. The platform will automatically create pages where you can create, edit, and list your customers. And let's use the status we created before. So every new customer will be in the default state new. Okay, that's it. So let's add a little bit more attributes. We will add address. We would like to know who is manager of that customer. Maybe some contract and date created. We are using standard types from C# with the exception of user, where it is all about roles, privileges, and how we will work with users, and with documents. We basically build document management systems with versionings and with other cool features I will show you later on. So right now we have multiple attributes. In case we will have more entities, we can simply link them together. Just pick the cardinality, if we want composition, 1 to n, and that's it. From data layer, we will use also search index, as we can choose address and name to be fully searchable, and that's it. We can go to the UI part. As you can see, we already have automatically created pages. So let's start with a page for creating new customers. We can add our fields. We can choose different layouts, free layout, columns, or some other elements. We will reuse the same layout for editing customers, so we will make it shareable. And now I can just add the existing one. Let's add some basic business logic. So you can see that there is automatically created validator. It can be as simple as the name has to be filled, or you can create more complex one. For example, the email has to be unique, or you can even call external service and validate it against some specific services. We can also set up some default values. So let's check who is the current user and use him as a manager. And we can specify that the contract has to be in PDF. That's it. We can also set some default values, for example, for time. As you can see, there is working IntelliSense, and if there is a problem, the platform will immediately notify you to fix it. Okay, so we have our list of customers here, and let's add the status for each customer and maybe manager. That's it. We can use the status for highlights, and we can create filters or some additional things, and that's it. In case you will need more complicated forms, you can add additional views, add simple things like buttons, text, whatever, or more advanced components like data grids, Kanbans, working with files, graphs, and more. From the UI part, we will add our menu, and from here, that's it. We will also create default dashboard, and let's set it as a default, and maybe we can add the Kanban view for our customers so it's a nice and easy. Okay, that's it. And that's all from the UI part. Let's see, we can try to see our first version. And as you can see, we just released version 1. Our development version or development application is running still on version 0. So let's update it. There are different types of running applications, development and production. For the development, we just have one user with preset password. So let's check the app. Okay. At the moment, the application looks a little bit sparse as we don't have any data here. But let's add a couple of things. We can add customer. We will try to save it. It will automatically tell us we need to add some data. As you can see, we automatically pre-selected the current user as a manager, and we have current date time. Okay. As you can see, our customer is in state new. So let's define some basic workflows and logic. For that, we will go to part business. We will use our state machine and add a couple of transitions. So for example, we would like to go from new to open and from open to closed. We can even add some condition. So let's say we would like to allow active customers only if they have contract. So let's check. Contract has any revision, and that's it. As you can see, the platform will automatically suggest the best things for you. And we can release the new version. And just update our running application. We have to wait because there is a backup of the old database of the old application. We are spinning new cloud instance, so it takes about 10 seconds. And now I can reopen my application. So if I will go to our customers, you can see that there is a workflow, and it says that there has to be a contract. So let's add something. As you can see, immediately after I uploaded the file, we have a green arrow, and we can move our customer to the next state. Let's create something a little bit more complicated. We'll go back to the platform, And we will go just briefly through some other options. We can create commands, which is a really cool thing, as you can modify data, call different services, and basically write our own custom code. So for example, let's say we would like to add command which will change the date whenever we will modify any text or any data. As you can see, if you make any mistakes, you are immediately notified. And at any moment, I can either create a button and run this command whenever a user will click it, or we can create an event. So we will run this command whenever there is a change in any of those fields. So for example, when we change the status, it will automatically update the date. We can run the command through the scheduler, so we can choose when it will run, daily, weekly, at the start, and a couple more things. If you need something a little bit more complex, you can create custom code. And here, the real power of the Jetveo platform will pop up. As you have the full .NET class available at your disposal, with IntelliSense, with validations, with everything. You can also create templates. And you can choose, and you can even call your data. And now the platform will take your customer name, place it to template, and either you can send nicely formatted email or you can generate PDF or other documents. Okay, what else we have? We can go to configuration panel, and let's close our tabs and have it a little bit more clean. Translations. It's good to have multiple languages in your application. So we will choose the default language, for example English, and we can add additional language and just take it from here. We can add our own libraries. So for example, if you would like to add your own DLL or use some existing files, it's fully up to you. So for example, let's say we would like to integrate with Jira or with some other tool. You can simply add the package and then you don't have to write the code. The security claims. You can define roles and claims and use it either on lower level, for example database. So let's say we would like to allow deleting only for users who has a claim admin. Security claims admin. That's it. And in fact, we can use the same command for other things. So let's say I would like to modify the manager only if I have certain conditions. That field is visible here. Okay, let's go back to security. You can group together a couple of claims under roles, so it's a little bit easier for you to manage it. Integrations. In the current days, your application is not living alone and you need to send data from and back. So let's see how we can use it. Okay. For every command or every change, we need a user. API, we will create technical user just for the API for them. Okay. So once again, and you can choose either certain operations, certain data, and have it as you need. You can even specify what kind of data you are offering. For example, you can limit just customers to only open. So let's write simple code. And now my API will return only open customers. Okay, let's release our changes and let's see what we can have for developers. Before I will release it, I can try it on my preview instance. This is a really cool feature, as you can start your application without any permanent changes. So whatever I will do here will be automatically refreshed and put back to the original state once I hit refresh. There is a cool feature for testing your commands. So you can open the test lab and you can choose against which instance you are running and testing your command, and it will provide you more information. You can also add some logging. So for example, let's say you would like to have debug information on your customer. And it will make your life much easier. Okay, in case you are working on bigger projects and you have a code reviews, we have a really cool feature for reviews, so you can see what was changed and what are the updates. And at the moment, we just updated our application. We are sure that everything is working fine, and we can move from the development to production application. So let's create new instance. We'll call it prod. We can choose in either that the application will run in the cloud or on-premise. For on-premise, you can download Windows or Linux binaries, and let's choose production, and we can define that the users will be authenticated against your AAD, and then you don't have to play with logins and passwords. That's it. So thank you for your attention and have fun with Jetveo. Bye.